Hey guys, welcome to Dark Theory. In this video we are taking a look at 10 famous paintings with hidden meaning. Before I get started, let me just say that there are many famous paintings with hidden codes and meanings. Here I only choose the one that really stands out. With that out of the way, let's get started. Number 1. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci is one of his most famous work. It was painted around late 1490s in Milan, Italy. But recently an Italian musician and computer technician named Giovanni Maria Palla said to have discovered a musical pattern in the Last Supper. When he laid a musical scale across the table and the hands and loaves are taken as notes, a musical composition can be seen. At first reading right to left didn't seem like it meant anything. But if read left to right, certain melody can be heard. It's not unusual for painters to hide secret message or code in painting. And it seems Da Vinci did as well. Number 2. Café Terrace by Vincent van Gogh is a famous masterpiece by its own right. It was painted in France in 1888, but it seems to hide a deeper meaning. The painting seems to have similarities with Da Vinci's Last Supper. Firstly, there are 12 diners in the painting sitting around a tall figure. Secondly, there is a cross right behind the central figure, which can be translated as Jesus, as like in the Last Supper. Is it just a coincidence? It's one mystery which may not be solved. Number 3. Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci is without question his most famous painting. But it's also his most controversial painting. Painted in 1503, this painting had many meaning and secret codes. First, when Mona Lisa's eyes are magnified, the letter LV can be seen. Maybe it's for Leonardo da Vinci. Secondly, there are multiple numbers such as 72, 149 found in the back of the painting. Lastly, with advanced scanning it is discovered that there is another portrait beneath the painting. Is all this just coincidence, or Da Vinci is trying to tell us something? Number 4. The Creation of Adam by Michelangelo. The painting was painted around 1512. He was renowned as one of the greatest painters to ever live. But he wasn't only committed to paintings. He was very much interested in human anatomy. But during his time, science was overlooked by the church. If you look closely, you will see that cloth and outer layer around God forms the shape of human brain, and the details surrounding him are individual parts of human brain. Not only this, but many of his other paintings seems to show human anatomical design. Was all this happens to be his way of enlightening others about science? Number 5. Another controversial painting happens to be by John Everett Millais, Isabella. Thought to be painted around 1849, this painting at first glance seems ordinary. But if you take a closer look at the man in front and his shadow on the table, you will see that a disturbing shadow lines up with his crotch. To make it even weird is the salt spilled around the top of the shadow and him pointing to the woman on the right. Is it some kind of sexual indication or a joke by the artist? Number 6. Agnolo Bronzino's An Allegory with Venus and Cupid. Painted sometime in 1545, this was supposed to be a painting of love. But closer inspection showed that the characters in the painting might have had syphilis. Firstly, most of the figures seems to have crooked fingers and odd facial expression. Then their toothless gum might be the indication of mercury poisoning. Lastly, the little boy who has flower in his hand have syphilis as he is standing on rose thorns. So was all this the artist's way of telling us the symptoms of the diseases? Number 7. Domenico Ghirlandaio, The Madonna with Saint Giovannino. Painted in 15th century. At first this painting seems a young lady in praying pose. There are 2 babies, one with halo on top. But when you notice the flying object in the background, it gets weird. There is a man below that object behind the right side of the woman. From his expression we can say that he is as confused as us on what is on the sky. Number 8. Hans Holbein, The Ambassadors. Painted around 1533. This painting seems to be too advanced as it clearly shows few scientific instruments as well as the earliest version of the world globe map. But all that aside, the most interestingness is that there is a human skull in the center of the painting. It was painted with accurate measurement and angle, so if the painting is rotated and looked from a specific angle you can clearly make out a human skull. So was this supposed to be Halloween prank or does it have a deeper secret? Number 9. Tivadar C. Saint-Very Kostka, The Old Fisherman. Thought to be painter in 1902, the painting is both a masterpiece and a mystery. If you place a mirror at the center with facing left you will see an old man in praying position. But if you place the mirror facing right the old man takes the appearance of devil with a demonic sign on his hand. So does this represents the good and evil within human or something else? Number 10. Mozart and the Masons by Pietro Antonio Lorenzoni. Painted in 1763. We all know that later in life Mozart joined the Freemason. Did the artist knew that young Mozart would join him one day or was it a prediction? Anyway you look at it, the hand pose of Mozart clearly shows the Masonic stance. Well guys, that's all. Hope you liked it. Again sorry for video quality and style. I'm still new to this but I'm trying. I will see you guys in the next video.